Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see how you can launch a dialer, SMS, email and URL in Flutter. So let's begin by installing a package called URL launcher. So get this package from pub.dev. Simply go and copy the dependencies and head over to your pubspec.yaml and paste it here. Save or just run flutter get command like this, and once it's getting installed, so like this, you will see a URL import package like this. So now what I will do is I will simply create a button to launch our URLs. So I'll create an elevated button, and in the on press I'll just keep it as it is now, and in the child I'll take a text and let's just write like a launch SMS. Okay, so I'll give it some style of, let's say, a font weight. So for the font weight I'll give it a font size of 30, and font weight no, I'll just keep it a font size. Okay, this looks okay, so I'll just copy it and I'll simply create few more buttons like this to launch our other URLs. So I'll just paste them like this. Okay, so I have pasted them. Okay, so what I will do is I will add constant before our text so that the blue lines will vanish. Okay, so like this. Okay, so now what we will do is let's just change the text. Let's write launch mail, like launch a dialer, I guess. Yes, and then launch our, let's say, launch our URL. Okay, so our 4 buttons are ready. Let's just save our app. You can see the 4 buttons. Okay, so now it's the important part. What we can do is I'll simply write a function of, let's just write a function called launch SMS. Then it will be an async function, and in async function let's just get our URL using const, and in the URL you have to write like this SMS and whatever number that you want to send your SMS to, like this. And now we will get if we await if we can launch our URL, then what we can do is we'll give our URL inside can launch. If it can launch, we can await and launch our URL like this, launch URL. And then else you can do anything. I'll throw some errors. I'll just simply write print, and in the print let's just write try again. Okay, so this is the function to launch our SMS is ready. So let's add this function in our launch SMS on press. So let's write it on launch SMS. Let's save our app, and now when I am pressing launch SMS, we can see we have our messenger open with the number that we have given. So this is how you can launch the SMS. So I'll just copy this function and I'll paste it again, as we have four more other functions. So let's create launch URL. So for the URL you need to write HTTP in your URL like this, and after that you can give whatever URL that you want to open. Let's just write youtube.com. okay, and just save our app. And now what we can do is simply we can write our launch URL inside the on press of our launch URL button. So let's just write launch URL, save our app, and now when I'm pressing the launch URL you can see our YouTube is open. Okay, so now what we can do is we can simply go ahead and write the remaining 2 functions. So for the URL is done, now the launch, let's say SMS, or let's say mail is remaining, and the launch, what is dialer is remaining, I guess. Okay, so for the dialer we can simply write launch dialer like this. Okay, so for the mail, what we have to write is we have to write mail to like this, and now you can give whatever email that you have, let's say xyz@xyz.com, whatever, and you can also give the subject if you want, that will show in the subject. Okay, so like this, subject and equal to whatever that you want to have the string inside your subject. So like this, let's say hello, and for the dialer you need to write tel like this, tel, tel, and whatever the number that you want to open when your dialer is open like this. Let's just save our app now, and what we can do is we can add the remaining functions inside our onPress like this. Let's just launch mail and launch our dialer too. Okay, so launch dialer, and okay, let's just save our app. So now when I'm pressing the launch dialer button, we can see that our dialer is open with the number that we want. Okay, so similarly when we'll press launch mail, we can see that our email is open with the email and the subject that we have given. So this is how you can use the URL launcher package in Flutter to launch this type of URLs inside your app. So hope you found this video helpful. Do like, share, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next time.